inside yourself and close the door. Well, that ain't how we're gonna win this war.
Hello. Diana came up with a quote from a book. The book is called Masks, and the author is Fumiko Enichi. And the quote was presented to the transgender community for discussion over on Trying to Start Galactica, if you want to check out that YouTube channel. The quote is, "Secrets aren't for me. They're too womanish, too much like children's toys. Your feminine streak gives you a secretive side of your own, but that sort of thing isn't for me." I have to congratulate the author for making a character that we could dislike and reject so easily, because here you have a character who's denouncing secrets and privacy, who's denouncing women and children. So what he's really doing is giving secrets and any kind of fear or protective device a form of infantilism, and it's bound to make anybody angry. I mean, there's three things there that the author is denouncing, so chances are that author is going to hit at least one thing for everybody, and anybody who reads it and doesn't have a problem with this character is probably not going to be the type of person who reads this book unless it's an assignment. But I want to thank Diana for bringing it up in the transgender community, because obviously what we're trying to do in the community is say that you're not bound by your gender or by your sex. And whether or not you have secrets is not tied to whether or not you're a female. Everybody has their own secrets, of course. But what I think makes this quote important to me is that my biggest secret is that I make YouTube videos because I have a very hard time talking. I didn't grow up in a situation where I would have had a lot of social options and I would have learned to put sentences together verbally, where I wouldn't have learned tone or cadence or all of the characteristics of speech that we can appreciate in dialogue when we read them, because I can do that on my own, but I wouldn't have really practiced. So my YouTube videos are actually my chance and my efforts to learn to talk more and to say what I think. So you might think, well, wow, that's a really dangerous idea, because being a novice at speech, maybe you'll say the wrong thing, or maybe it'll go and the whole world will see you say the wrong thing, but big deal. It's better than nobody knowing when I said the right things, and I do that often. So there's my secret. It's not tied to my gender, it's not tied to my sex, it's not tied to my age, it's just tied to a personal experience. Social experiences that affect us personally, personal experience that affects us socially, whatever they are, they're things that are our own. And secrets and privacy, I think, are both important to have and to protect. So last week Diana said to me that she wasn't ready to take a couple of steps that we've been talking about in our lives, and I said, well, when you're ready to, you will. And she said, when I'm ready to, I will. And I think that's the case with a secret. If you're ready to tell it, you will. And maybe if you have a secret and you haven't told it yet, maybe it's just not time. You don't need to be so hard on yourself. But you certainly don't need to attribute a secret that you keep to a negative value. And you don't need to find other things that you could call negative just to keep yourself from thinking that your secret is the only lonely bad thing in your life. So that's my take.